So, how was 2025 for you as far as your trading goes? Was it really like a great year? Are you thrilled with how it went, or maybe could it have been better? If you'd like for it to be 2026 to be better, pay attention because we're going to talk about a couple of things really will make a big difference if you want to make 2026 your best year yet. And we are, and I'm very serious. It's not just buzzword kind of stuff. There are certain things that you can do to make sure that yes, this is your best year with your trading. And even if you've been trading for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this still can be your best year, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Brian McAboy. I run the site InsideOutTrading.com, and I help traders make your trading so consistent that you can quit your day job without fear. And I'm very serious about that. My background is quality assurance, and I'm an engineer as well. And as far as making trading work, I was able to quit my day job 20 years ago and walk away from it without any concerns because I knew that I was okay. And I really would love for you to have that same choice. And if 2026 is a year you would like to be able to quit your day job and trade for a living and enjoy the trader lifestyle, well, let's go ahead and jump into it. As far as making 2026 your best year, just like with most other things, if you've been at something for a little while or maybe a long while and it still isn't up to par, or maybe it's been going okay and you'd like for it to be better, one of the things that you know is a simple foundational truth about making things better is, well, more of the same is only going to get you more of the same. If you're really wanting things to be better, you have to look at, okay, what can I do differently? Maybe some things that I haven't done in the past that I need to start doing. Some of the things that I've been doing in the past that I need to stop doing or do differently than I have in the past. And so right now we're going to take a look at two matters in particular that are really a big deal. One of them, and this is common of a lot of traders. So the first thing that we're going to talk about that really can help make this year your best year ever. There are a lot of traders in the world, in the first world, American speaking or English speaking countries. There are literally millions of traders, and that's not even counting the rest of the world. But so we've got millions of traders, and there are certain things that are common amongst the vast majority, like 99.8% of all the traders. And one of them is that, and one of the reasons that we're trading is we don't have to mess with other people. That's one of the joys and great things about trading is you don't have to worry about employees, you don't have to worry about customers, you don't have to worry about vendors. It's just you and the markets, and that is awesome. That you don't have to you don't have to deal with the nonsense that other people can bring to your business. And that is really fantastic. But at the same time, there's a huge price that comes with that. And the price is that you're all alone. It can be a very isolated activity. And the other thing that goes right along with this is as traders, we tend to be very self-sufficient, capable people, generally above average, and not unafraid of challenges. And so, yeah, we jump into things and we've been able to figure them out for the most part in our lives. And trading, it's like looks straightforward enough. So we jump into it and we wrestle with it alone for the most part. Yeah, okay, maybe we're watching some YouTube videos, listen to some podcasts, read a few books, maybe take a course on a new strategy or something like that. But for the most part, we're still trying to be basically solopreneurs and do it all on our own. And that really can be so tough because trading is not an easy occupation. As this is one that requires skill, even though there are no barriers to entry and it feels very entry level, just come on in and start doing the job and you'll be okay. That's not the case. This is a profession and you have to operate as a professional and shoot for being in the top 10%, not just admiring the 10% that are making money. You can't do that from being an average trader at the 50, 60, or 70th percentile and sit there and say, I want to make consistent profits, but I'm just going to do what the average traders do. I'm going to do what everybody else does, focus on the strategy and my psychology and discipline. And that's what the masses do. And you get what the masses get. If that's what you've been doing and just doing what everybody else does, no wonder you're getting the same results. This is where again, it's a profession and only at the top 10% are making money and doing so comfortably because we do things differently than everybody else. We're not average traders. I mean, most traders are above average anyway, but even amongst the trading group, you have to shoot to join us in the top 10%. And I'm not meaning to say this in any condescending or downtrodden way. It's a simple truth of the matter. This is professional level speculation. And if you want to make money at it, if you want to make a living at this, you have to plan on getting good enough at this. being able to trade. I mean, I get pushback from some traders when I say you don't have psychological issues, you have incomplete training issues. A lot of times I'll get pushback because they'll be like, "No, Brian, I've been trading for 5 years. I know how to trade." It's like, okay, yeah, you're able to trade, sure. I'm able to golf, but that doesn't mean I can go make a living at it. I understand the game. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know all about it. But that doesn't mean I'm good enough at it that I have the full skill set and the full range of skills and the proficiency at it to make a living at it. And trading is the same way. There are so many traders that they get to this level of trade of skill and proficiency and ability and perspectives and understanding. They're very able to trade. They've been at it, been doing the thing for years. But if you want to make a living at trading, you got to get up here. And so long as you're farting around out here, even if you're there, I don't care if it's 20 years, so long as you stay here, it's going to be a struggle and you're probably not going to make money. It's only when you level up and you get up here and you meet the skill requirements for this job, again, the 90% are not there, the 10%, we're here, and that's why we're able to make a living at this. And when you skill up and you stop going it alone, you actually seek out the training and the professional development, developing yourself as a trader, and get off the notion that it's just some psychological thing and it's just a matter of discipline and emotional control. No, it's a matter of skill and becoming that professional level trader. That's what gives you that freedom to now pursue the trading lifestyle because you have such a solid handle on this whole occupation and the skill set required and your trading strategy and your system and your approach to it and your business plan for your trading. That's one of the key things that so many traders never even think about is just plain having a business plan for your trading. Okay, well, and if you think about it, any venture capital, let's say, let's step over here for a second to give you a little different perspective on this. Let's say you have a great idea for a business, and it really is a great idea. Maybe it's the next Uber or Airbnb or something like that. You got a fantastic business idea, and you take this business idea to a venture capitalist for funding. And you're like, good, look, man, I got this great money-making idea. Look, it's a great idea. Look, and we can make so much money. The first thing the VC is going to say to you is, do you have a business plan? And if you don't have a business plan, they're going to be like, great idea, so what? Go away. I'm not going to give you money if you don't have a plan on how you're going to get there. The next thing is, if you do show up and you have a business plan, the first thing they're going to look at is the executive summary. Who's going to be executing this plan? Because even if you have a great idea, business idea, and you have a great plan on how you're going to make the billions of dollars with the next Uber, they want to know that the person executing the plan has the skills and the understandings and the aptitude, everything that is in the training to make that plan happen. And so many traders, I mean, and I was the same way. Outside of trading, prior to trading, yeah, the things that I did, I was very good at. But when I first started trading, I was not a great trader. And I had to focus on specifically developing myself as a trader. And it was only when I got to a certain point that I was able to achieve that success that I was looking for. And it's the same thing for everybody that gets into trading. It's like just because, a good example, one plant that I worked in, we had this guy, Mike, fantastic mechanic. I mean, electronically and electrically, he knew his way around these injection machines around the plant. The guy was a wizard. I mean, he was the best. Well, we needed help with a different crew, and it was in hydraulic systems. And he comes cruising over and we're like, oh man, Mike's here. Great. He's going to save the day. And he was self-aware enough that he said, wait a minute, guys, this is an area that I'm very ignorant in. I don't know this stuff. Electrically, yes, I know my shit. But over here, treat me like a newbie because I don't know this stuff. And he was self-aware enough to recognize that. But as traders, a lot of times we'll make the mistake of saying, oh, yeah, because I've been successful over here and here. Yes, I'm a successful engineer. I'm a successful project manager. I'm a successful business owner. I'm a successful lawyer, doctor, or whatever. We're very successful over here that we're just automatically going to be a successful trader. And it's like, no, if this is something that's new for you, you have to get that solid foundation and develop yourself and your skill set and your perspectives and your understandings to where now, yes, you level up to the same successful person that you were over here. Now you build yourself up and you develop yourself into that same successful trader. And it's really hard to do by yourself. That's the whole point of this. Going it alone is one of the biggest things, biggest problems. So what you want to do, you want to seek out training from somebody and not just how to execute a specific system. How to be a successful trader is where you want to really focus. And that's why I try to help traders understand you're in business. This is a business. You're the investor in the business. You're the owner of this business. You're the manager of this business. And you also actually have to be doing the thing of the business. You're the technician in the business. And so you have several areas that you need to develop yourself in. And so you have to recognize this. It's like, okay, yeah, just because I've learned how to trade, now am I good enough at it? Am I good enough at running the business? Am I good enough at all the things that are part of being in this profession to make a living at it? Now, fortunately, it's not nearly as complex as other businesses, but there is still a level of sophistication and a level of excellence that you have to pursue. Again, if you're happy with 80%, that's not going to cut it in trading. You have to shoot for 90% or better. So that's one aspect of it, big time. The other aspect that's huge as far as making this a great year for you. So the first thing is you really want to focus on getting good training and developing the aspects of yourself beyond just being able to place trades, being beyond just focusing on your discipline and emotional control. There's more to it than that. There's more skill sets than you need than that. So that's part one to make this a great year. The other part is to really treat this as the business that it is. It is a business. Any activity that's pursued on it, and it's a repeated activity on a regular basis for money, is a business by definition. And trading is no different. And so there's certain things about a business that will either help it be successful or not. And one of the huge ones, first of all, recognizing that it's a business, but then at the beginning of each year, going into the year with a plan on how you're going to make the business successful, what success looks like, and how you're going to make that happen. And so many traders just jump into it like, I just want to make some money. Could you imagine if you went into any kind of business and that was all that they had for a plan was, hey, we're just here to make some money? Oh my God, you wouldn't trust that business for squat. But if, as a business owner, it's like, okay, no, I have these specific objectives and I've got a plan laid out on how I'm going to make those objectives a reality. I'm going to account for certain challenges and considerations along the way on that path to the goal and the objectives. Then you can have a lot more security and confidence and improve your odds of actually achieving those objectives. So, if you'd like to also address the role of being the business owner and manager and investor in the business, I'm putting on a workshop and it's a free interactive workshop where we're going to put together your plan, a business plan for your trading for 2026. Cool. It will give you such a peace of mind. It'll bring so much clarity to it. It'll take so much pressure off the day to day and individual trades because you have that time horizon. You can see beyond just what's right in front of you, just the trade that you're in right now. You can see way beyond it. And when you can do that, it's so much easier to settle down and your emotions will calm down quite a bit. That in and of itself generally often tremendously helps as far as reducing mistakes and errors and chasing trades and a lot of the emotional crap that happens on a day-to-day basis. A lot of times we're so emotionally jumpy just because we have no view of our time horizon. It's just today, and maybe this week. But beyond that, it's like, no, that's not even part of our thinking. It's like, oh my God, it's everything is right here, right now. This trade, oh, it's so important. But when you can see the year ahead of you, and there's much more to it than just today and this week, it helps you calm down emotionally and treat each trade properly instead of getting all bunched up about it. So there are tons of benefits to having a business plan. And again, it's a free workshop. It'll be fun. It'll be interactive. And there's a link in the description where you can register for the workshop. It'll be worthwhile. I guarantee it. It's a good exercise for business owners. It's a good exercise for traders. It's awesome exercise in coming out of it with an actual working business plan for your trading. It only takes about an hour. I mean, I'm allowing 90 minutes for it, but generally in an hour, we'll be wrapping things up and then we can have some Q&A, talk about trading. So if it sounds like fun, swing by insideouttrading.com. Link is in the description down below. And yeah, register for the workshop. Come join us. It'll be fun and it'll definitely be very helpful in making this your best year ever as far as your trading, making 2026 the year that you're like, yeah, man, cool. Been at this for a while and man, this year I'm just crushing it. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you there, and I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends, give me a like down below so that the gods will the YouTube gods and all the other video places will share this with other traders. And I look forward to seeing you on the workshop. Talk to you soon. Cheers.